consciousness. And today we have the beautiful Seema Ray joining us alongside Noah Proudfoot. Seema Ray is a songstress from Turkey, weaving angelic vocals and vibrational healing with world music, and sings for the Great Mother. And so let's join together in giving them a warm welcome for Seema Ray and Noah Proudfoot. Thank you, Talene.
Joyfully call upon your presence, asking to see, feel, experience your presence, first and foremost in our our hearts and our souls, in our feelings and our beliefs, in our knowing. But we ask to be channels of that presence in our day-to-day lives. Come through us as you will. Live and breathe through us. Let us be your presence, the presence of the Holy Spirit, the Divine Mother. Let us be comfort, peace, generosity, day-to-day gentleness, creativity, passion, light, manifesting your presence as much as is possible. You decide how much, where, and when, and how. We surrender it all into your heart, into your arms. And in advance, we give thanks that we become a shining light in a sometimes darkened world. We shine so bright that light workers all around the planet connect into one circuit and shine so brightly the planet rises into new dimensions because we've taken her with us into a knowingness of our divinity. And so it is.
And so it is.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Thank you so much, Seema Ray and Noah Proudfoot. Let's give it up for them. And please join me in reading our mission statement together, which you will find on the white cards and the seat backs in front of you. And together we say, the Global Center for Christ Consciousness is a spiritual center for students and masters on the spiritual path. We are dedicated to awakening the inner Christ and to creating a world of love, peace, joy, and abundance. And now for our sacred reading for today.
From Yogananda. Do not limit yourself with the narrowness of selfishness. Include others in your achievements and happiness. Then you are doing the will of God. Whenever you think of yourself, think also of others. When you think of seeking peace, think of others who are in need of peace. If you do your utmost to make others happy, you will find that you are pleasing the Father. To live in harmony, to live with strong willpower, to do the will of Him who sent you, is all you should be interested in. Never lose courage and always be smiling. Have the smile of the heart and the smile of the face completely in harmony. If your body, mind, and soul register the smile of the inner consciousness of God, you can scatter smiles about you wherever you go. and so it is.
And let's give another warm welcome for our guest musicians today, Seema Ray and Noah Proudfoot. We're chanting, I am bliss. I am pure consciousness. Chant with us. Satcharichar parpurnam Shivoham Shivoham
Sachar char parpurna Shivoham Shivoham
Satcharichar parpurnam Shivoham Shivoham
Sachar char parpurna Shivoham Shivoham
Nityananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
Nidyananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
Nityananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
Nidyananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
Anandoham 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 Anandoham
Anandoham Anandoham
Anandoham Anandoham Anandoham Anandoham Anandoham Anandoham Anandoham Anandoham Shivoham 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 I am Shiva Shivoham 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 Satcharichari paripurnam Shivoham Shivoham Satcharichari paripurnam Shivoham Shivoham Nityananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham Nityananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham Anandoham 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 Anandoham
How's everyone feeling today? Good. It's nice, the music that we like to have at our center is never performance oriented. It's devotion oriented. It's part of setting a tone for the service itself, just as our sacred reading and mission statement and everything else is. As is part of our custom to ask you what you would like me to talk about today, I got the first request was to talk about the now, the present moment. So thank you. What else? Yes? Telepathic communication. That'd be a great song, wouldn't it? There's no time but now, I'm communicating with you. Yes? Pardon? Those went well together, huh? Division and relationship. What is it? Unity. Trust. Good. That's good. Thank you, guys. Things start telling me, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. No, man. Too much. It's like, they'll run out of the room if I say that. Go for it. You don't know what you're asking for. Forgive them, Lord, they know not what they ask. All right, well, I will. Just remember, you asked for it. Oh, God, it's so beautiful. Remember this, telepathic, long-distance healing, telepathic communication. They imply that you're doing something in one location and bridging to somewhere else, somebody else, right, in some other place. That takes effort. The real secret to that is learning to not just believe or suspect, to know there is no such thing as time and distance. You can talk to your great-great-great-great-great-grandparents. You can communicate to your great-great-great-great-grandchildren. There's no place. There's no distance. There's no time. It's hard for the human mind to comprehend this, which is why we sit around looking at watches, wondering when this day is going to end or my job's going to, because people are so enslaved to time. But there really isn't. Love is a power. Love isn't just a thing, and it's not just what you are. Love is a power. When you love people enough, there's no distance. I love you so much, I want to send you healing prayers. Yeah, but they're in Europe. Okay, so hold on. I'm visualizing, because this is what manifestation techniques would tell you to do. Visualize you're getting on a plane. Ding. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now boarding. And you got to spend this hour of and then getting on the plane. The sound effects, feel the seats. You got to get really into that law of attraction kind of thing. And you visualize, you make it really feel, all of it, and everybody in line, in the aisles getting off the plane. And then you got to make this real. They lost my luggage. Okay. And then you landed, you got picked up and they brought you to somebody's house so that you could pray for them. All of it's a dream. It's all a hologram. It's made up by us, so why can't we just say, never mind, I'm there? Just believe it. Just know it. And God says you have the power to do this. So just do it. Or picture them right here with you. They're mourning, they're sad. You take their hand, you picture. And if you're going to visualize details of anything, visualize the details of their shift. Not you flying there and all the tediums. Just visualize their comfort level. Visualize them dropping in, even though they might feel sad and so forth. There's people that can go through a lot of extraordinary healing techniques, and that's better than not healing techniques. But one thing's better is when you do your healing techniques, remember the difference between the doing and the being. That my love for you commands that you're already whole. Now, if the love in me imagines you as a broken person, who's, by the way, lucky to have my presence to do my healing techniques on you, because I charge a lot and I'm doing you a favor, or I decide that your deservability is there. You're a holy being. It's impossible for you to be sick. But we have decided that you are. Well, no, it's not me. I'm the healer. I didn't do. Yes, if they call on you and they're sick, you're sharing their belief that they're sick. But only for a moment. Only long enough for you to hear them say that they're sick. It takes two to heal. Two people agreeing, two or more gathered with one intention. The intention is to see you as you really are. I don't care if I'm using surgical scalpels. Oh, that's better if you are a surgeon. But it doesn't matter if you're a surgeon. It doesn't matter if you use acupuncture needles, Reiki, any technique. This is not just for the holy, prayerful people. Any technique can be brought into holiness through our intention. You can be a holy healer as a surgeon. You can. Edgar Cayce didn't describe scalpel when he talked about somebody needing surgery for something. And occasionally he would tell him, take this, you'll be healed in 3 weeks. Okay, he's done. But once in a while he would say, you'll need to undergo surgery. But he didn't talk about it linearly. You know what he called surgery? Surgical forces. Meaning even that, stay out of judgment, surgical forces. That even that, like an herb, a healing technique, it's all energy. We just put labels and techniques to it, but it's all intention, really. And if today the person thinks they need the scalpel, fine, let's go with it. Let's go with it. Jesus didn't heal one technique only. Why did he do different things? Why did he spit and make mud and a poultice to put over somebody's eyes, and another person, they just touched his garment and they were healed? He had to match them to a degree where they were at. You know, which I think is kind of funny, because he could just go, done. Instead, he's like, oh, this one. Okay, hold on. You know, on the eyes. And the dude's like, yeah, poultices. I really like poultices. And then it's just worked. So what? Same with relationship. It's the same. There isn't one thing works for everybody. If you're a counselor, a friend working with anybody, or a partner working with anybody in a relationship, you have to bridge with people. And if their version of a poultice, an eye poultice, means holding them more often, if it means talking more often, if it means clearing the air, clearing the past, where do we need to go? And if somebody says to you, well, to be in a relationship with me, here's my list of musts, you look at it and go, bye. If you can't meet those, but if you can, you know what? That's different, but yeah, let's go. I'll bridge with you. And here's where I'm at. Okay, so really relationship has to do with bridging, but bridging comes from the intention of love. Healing people at long distance, it's all about love. And then distance doesn't have any power. Relationship, love, and then issues don't have any power. Because my intention to love you will start. You think, channeling's like somebody doing this or sitting in a psychic fair. You're channeling when you care about your partner enough to ask, what do I need to do here? And you start getting insights. Now, if you don't want to know and you just want to be right in a conversation, you've narrowed down the channeling abilities. This opens up as an intimate partner, as a good employee, as a friend, as a parent, whatever. When I open my heart, stuff just comes. Whether it's as a musician, right? Or as a teacher, or when we open our hearts and just say, I don't know what, it's not I don't know meaning like a self-proclamation of ignorance. It's I'm open. What would you have me know? And then all of a sudden, these profound downloads, and it's amazing. Human beings are channels. We really are. And I don't mean just channeling or individuals that officially channel. I'm talking about we are channels. All of us are channels. When you ask, I think I'm going to make some a dessert today. Technically, you have the ability to make it or channel it. I mean, anything we do. When my kids were young, I'd go in the room when they're going to bed, and I would always tell them a story. But I just made it up at the moment. Tell us a story, just like you folks. Dad, tell us a story. We want there to be 3 fairies, an angel, no, 2 angels, and ferns. And I'd be like, I wonder if this is ever going to pay off, this ability to tie words together. No. So I'd go, okay. Once upon a time, and that'd just start happening. Now, is that like some sort of poetic brilliance in me? Well, if I said that, then it just becomes a thing, and now it's limited to that. What if I just go, isn't that just wow? And just let it happen. And now all of a sudden, how you make things becomes extraordinary. People go, well, I have a recipe for that, but it doesn't taste like that. And the secret is butter. Well, okay, fine. The love and the channeling. We'll go with it. There's the love. But usually that includes more butter. Most people don't understand time. or butter. Butter for you, butter for me. But people don't understand. Like, we live, and it's the word victim. We're a victim of time. Right? We're victims of this world. We're victims of relationship, misunderstanding. I got fired. My car's getting too many miles. I mean, everything. We're nothing but victims in this world. And yet we're told, ye are gods and goddesses. Everything you want in the garden is yours to use as you will. But it means use from a place of love. You won't play discordant tones in your relationship or your words. It's harmony. It's about love. It's about, one of you asked about that word unity. That concept of unity, where does it come from? Love. The desire to be part of them. See, you can't, as A Course in Miracles puts it, you can be under the same roof and be miles away from each other because there's no connection. That doesn't mean there's not moments of annoyance, because there are. It can happen. You get a nail in your tire, you're all just driving down the street, channeling. I just feel, the presence, and thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. You could be all, into your chants and mantras and Om Mani Padme and signal to the right, boom shakalaka, signal to the left. And, you could be doing everything in the zone. And then, when you're pulling over, I mean, it's hard to be like just, jacking up the, I mean, it's hard to, instead it's stinking, and I try, but this world. And if you're a Christian, you'll be going, Satan's after getting me, made a flat in my Goodyear tire, And if you're spiritual, it'll be like, I wonder what the lessons are behind this, Yeah. Hey, this is karmic, apparently. All right. So I sabotaged the wheel on Ben-Hur's chariot. I did. I own it. And it's coming back to me. Sometimes when I start, I'm looking, okay, telepathic communication, division, unity, trust, and I think there's no humor in this at all. And then I start talking and something happens. But in this world, there seems to be a past, a present, and a future. Now, we can generally say, oh, yeah, I understand past, present, future. But think about this. The past is anything that ever happened before right now. Not this minute, right now. Oh, too late, it's already gone. You can't even measure the present. And the future is anything that happens after right now. Not a minute, not an hour, not even a second. Anything, boom, right now. You can't even measure what now means. And we think, oh, I'm just trying to be in the present. People, the New Age community, Sedona, man, I just live in the now. For how long? By the time you finished your sentence, you're already in the past. Seriously, think about this. It's like, what does this mean to be? And then it gets even weirder because do you know how long the past is? Billions of years. Do you know how long the future is? Billions of years. Combine those, billions and billions, or whatever number of years. All of the weight of the past, which, by the way, the past holds all of my guilt and shames, all of my regrets. Yeah, I might have fond memories, but guess what? They're gone. I remember, yeah, but they're gone. I used to have a wonderful grandmother. She's dead. The past doesn't look real good. So the past is kind of heavy. Sadness, guilt, shame, even things I loved are gone. Okay, future. It's all guilt and shame of the past, fear of the future. Now, fear, I'm not saying everybody lives in paranoia, but listen, fear of the future means even things I long for aren't here yet. I can't wait until, yeah, but it isn't yet. So the future's not looking too good. And you combine these two forces and you put them together, look at how much time they take compared to now. Way outgunned here. But this is the material world looks like this too. The material of the world has so much power. You're going to age, you're going to die, people you've loved have been gone. As Buddha puts it, the world is a place of suffering. Wow. You know that dude never made it as a life coach. Yes. I would like to hire you as my life coach. That would be wonderful. Okay, so what can you empower me with today? Life is suffering. That's it? That's all you need. You know, to understand this world can offer you nothing. Why is it a place of suffering? And he explains, of course, in his teachings, because you think you're missing something, you go looking for it, you won't find it, and if you do, it'll leave. That's what he's saying. Even if you find a good thing, it'll eventually die. And so he sat in shock and went, oh my God, this world offers you nothing. And that's horrendous to realize. Even if you love them, they will die or you will die. Someone's leaving or dying. Wow, this is heavy. But then he goes, but wait, do I leave it at that or is there a solution? There is a solution. Get away from time and stop following the dictates of your senses. When you think someone's gone because your eyes can't see them, stop believing they're gone. Start believing that the now has something magical in it. Yeah, but it's as soon as I go, now it's gone already. I can't, how do I catch the present moment? You can't because it's timelessness. So in the measurement of time, when we say there's past, present, future, that's actually not true. You can't find the present. There's past and it's already future. It just, one disappears to right to the other, segues. There's theoretically something in here called the present, but since it's immeasurable, you really can't find it. Right? You see what I mean? It's like a thin line right there. So then what is the present? The present is actually a portal to timelessness. You don't find it by measuring it and saying, I notice that you're struggling. You should live in the present like me. Because I'm not in the present as soon as I'm describing the present. Because it's indescribable. Because as soon as I'm talking the past and then the future, something right here is not experienced in the measurable world per se, but here's what happens. It's turning within and going through a portal inside. And then here, oh my God, wait a minute. Like I'm getting all these chills right now. Like, see, just describing it gives me chills. Imagine then you do it. So you turn within, you go in, and it's this portal. Oh my God. None of this affects me now. None of this bothers me now. This is phenomenal. This is miraculous. Of course, I start getting attached. I got to stay here. Oop, gone. Popped right back out the portal, and I really liked what I was experiencing when I was experiencing, but oh, this is frustrating. Let me get back to that portal. Boom. Too much thinking, and now I can't do it, and worrying, and I wonder if I'll ever experience that again, back to the future again. I wonder if, and it just, I lose it and I lose it. It's this magical thing. There's this portal, and if you struggle in a relationship, conversation stuff or whatever, it's not lecturing others or being lectured about how off you are in the past or future. It's quiet. Inside there's a knowing. Despite what seems, and remember those words, despite what seems to be happening. Don't do prayers like, despite what is happening, despite this world having power over me. You can say it this way, despite it seeming like the world has power, because it only seems to. It doesn't really. Despite my friend seeming to have passed away, and somebody said, what do you mean seems? They're dead. No, that's what it appears. Now, if you have people that'll attack you for not agreeing with their reality, be careful not to say too much. Just go, yeah, okay, they're dead. You know, and then do the eye roll. God gets it. No, but you know, you just, oh yeah, you know, and because that's bridging again. When you get really attached to telling people, I took this class, or there's a lecture, and there's metaphysical and time, and that's science in you. That's the science that wants to prove itself. The ego loves validating itself. And science loves validating itself. And government likes validating itself. And all of them are ridiculous. God doesn't need to validate itself. Spirit doesn't need to validate itself. Your truth doesn't need to validate. If it's real truth, it doesn't need to validate itself. What'll happen is, if there's such a thing as validation at all in relation to this, it's really in how much you feel peace and happiness. That's the proof right there. It's actually not measured by anything of the five senses, like the yogi would say. You know, ignore those five senses. Look at what's really happening. You can feel it. You know it and you feel it. And that portal, man, it just takes us into a place of, timelessness. But time's kind of an interesting thing, because if you look at, like in mythology, the Big Bang takes place, let's say, using just one example, Greek mythology. So the Big Bang takes place, and then you have the original primordial forces that are formulating a universe as per the commands of the mother, saying, this is where my children are going, so go ahead and comply. And so primordial forces are created. And one of the first primordial forces is called Uranus, which is I'm just simplifying or paraphrasing. Let's say it represents the universe itself. So the universe has been created. Now, a child of Uranus is Chronos. Chronos is where you get the word chronology or chronometer. Chrono means time, meter means measure. So a chronometer is your watch, okay? So we get the chronometer or chronology, time, from Chronos. So Chronos is created, and he's saying, I am time. You know what's happening is the fall's taking place. We went from oneness into time when Chronos steps in, murders his father, but then lives with this. Now this is time we're talking about. The force of time says, now, karmically speaking, since I've killed my father, prior to this, Uranus, chances are something's going to come back to get me. So he's already a little worried about that. Time in itself is worried about its own existence because it's an illusion. But Kronos says, okay, now I'm afraid that my children, because Kronos gets with Rhea and they create the gods, the Olympians, like Zeus. So they're going to create these gods, goddesses now, but he's afraid that they're going to try to kill him. What does that mean? Because the free will of the gods and goddesses, which is like you and I in our true self, the free will we have can kill time. Do you see the metaphor? Time is an illusion, and if we use and exercise our free will, it doesn't have power over us. So he's afraid they're going to kill him, which they do. They eventually overpower him in what they call the Titan alchemy war, the war of the Titans between the Titans and the gods. So Zeus and them finally hit, and then Zeus and their descendants become the demigods, and the demigods become the heroes, and the heroes become mortals. Human beings that just go, I'm a victim of all this. If we access their God and Goddess self, we can defeat time. But I'm not saying, now it's too late. You don't want to try to go back because you cannot go back in time per se. You can't erase, first, you can't erase the past. You can't wish it didn't happen. but it didn't happen. What you can do is know that it has no effect on you. But while you're in time, you will believe in time. And if you try to pretend you don't believe in time, you're going to live conflicted because you know there's no such thing, but it gets you every day you see a new wrinkle. You see, so you can't just go, nope, there's no such thing as time.